Okay, guys, welcome back to more post-ban Legacy. And yeah, this is my favorite time of year. Some cards are gone, some cards are back on the menu, some cards stay the same. Magic is amazing. So the deck in front of me is basically the deck that took down Eternal Weekend US in the hands of Calvin Wallace. Of course, talking about Mystic Forge combo. This deck is very explosive. It's very good at overcoming board states and winning on the spot. You either win with the One Ring, you win with going off with Forge, Fleshraker plus K command, you make mana with keys plus monoliths, you have an amazing mana base, Planar Nexus and Ursus Tower, that's 4 mana on turn 2, Workshop for, adding a lot of mana over time, Ursa Saga for some redundancy, Plan B, it's even an Ursa land for Workshop, and of course, Ancient Tomb. Little bit of a saga package between Opal Needle and Candelabra. Sometimes you can fetch a key. And now we have Poor Man's Vexing Bauble in Defense Grid instead of Vexing Bauble. I think it's going to be quite the downgrade. I especially like the hands where you just go turn 1 Tower or Nexus or Workshop and you play out your protective piece. But that's not really a possibility anymore. 2 mana is not 1 mana, and I expect the deck to suffer from it. The sideboard is mostly a card sideboard between some answers, some win the game cards, action, shut down the opponent's attackers, semi-lock, yard hate, and Swiss Army Knife solution. Then it's some uncounterable disenchants that you can use through Planar Nexus mainly. Then it's a little bit of removal for Collector Oof, stuff like that, Magus of the Moon, you name it, and then a couple of Fairy Macaques to not get run over by Reanimator just as easily. Yeah, I'm mainly curious. I think this deck is still fine, but I think it lost quite a big step since my opponent's forces are going to be live more often. But yeah, who knows? Let's get to the games. All right, so let's see here. Opponent is revealing Devourer. I keep my hand, so I'm up against Eldrazi. I feel like I should play out my stuff here. This one goes turn 2 Karn. I guess I should do, let's see. What if I get Wastelanded? Would I rather have that being my Workshop, or is it acceptable to get Ancient Tomb killed? Without Metalcraft, my Workshop is not that great. Okay. Let's play these cards out. So my opponent now gets a little bit of info here with the Devour trigger. I'm hedging against getting wasted. If I don't get wasted, I can play a Karn, sacrificing the Petal. Yeah, it's not, it's not all fun and dandy. There's even a chance I should the One Ring here to get that going as soon as possible. I'm certainly no expert on this deck. I did try and learn a few tricks from Calvin Wallace, the Eternal Weekend US champ. But yeah, tough deck. Okay, so my opponent is, yeah, I actually like the One Ring even more now because my opponent is bridging into a Thought-Knot Seer, and, well, the One Ring is helping me protect from that card. Draw another Workshop. That's not the best. I don't have a Metalcraft, but in general, can't complain. Winning the die roll, going turn 2, the One Ring. Uncontested, right? Protected from Thought-Knot Seer. So the Fleshraker is something I should worry about. My opponent passed the turn here. I would love to kill that card, but apparently cannot, I believe. Now I can. Now I can for sure. So, let's play Petal. That's Metalcraft for both cards. So that means if I play this one out, Workshop taps for 2, which is amazing. So I guess we go like this too. Lots of mana. Losing Metalcraft here, is that bad? Probably is bad. So make tokens, exile creature. Maybe I should just play Karn here. Let's see. So now I can go get the 2-drop, the coding. If I play out the coding, my opponent's in trouble here. Pass. Turn that into an artifact. Have my Karn online. I head on mana, I head on everything. This should be good enough. So how do I actually slam the door on this game? Lattice is probably a good call. Let's see. Opponent has 4 mana now for the Thought-Knot Seer that I played around on turn 2. Lose some life. Draw cards. There's a Kozilek's command, so I can kind of keep doing this. Let's see. How much mana do I have if I play, let's say, Urza's Tower? Then I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think that's enough to lattice my opponent. Let's play that card. Let's play that card. 6 mana. Make tokens, exile creature. Kill, get a million features. I draw. I go for Mycosynth Lattice. So 1. Yep, that is game over. Wow, yeah, what a draw. What a draw. Being on the play, landing a 1 ring there is just too strong. So I like the Dismembers. I like the Besagus as a way to hedge against Null Rod. Defense Critter's free trims. So if I'm adding lands here, can I cut a land? What about Needle? I feel like I should get rid of Needle. And then the second Basalt that I added when filling out the deck after Bauble is probably next on the chopping block. I can cut a Basalt. That's not crazy. So the industry standard for Eldrazi before the bans was Null Rods in the sideboard. And if this player says they're new to the format, so I don't expect... So I would not play as many Null Rods these days after the ban. But chances are my opponent will. Let me put it that way. Okay, so this is a super slow hand, but I think I have to keep it. A lot of potential between drawing Planar Nexus. Giving a Petal would be good. Soul Land would be good. This hand is playable, you know? The opponent's on a lot of mulligans here. This is partially why playing proactive decks like Forge is good, because it kind of makes your opponent question what is to be expected. So if the opponent overreacts, it's good for us. If the opponent underreacts, keeps a shitter, it's also very good for us. So it's definitely a great way to punish lack of experience. And with that said, maybe my opponent just mulliganed 2 0-landers, so it's a strength of the deck in general. Here's Once Upon a Time. Also, I mean, it's kind of cool. This hand is, I don't care about getting wasted. I can theoretically play around Null Rod down the road. Here's a Wasteland. So now I play out the land I don't really care about, and we kind of stall for a turn cycle. I don't think that's bad for me that we both get a draw step in the meantime. I get wasted. My opponent does nothing. I don't think my opponent can risk... Oh, well, I take that back. My opponent could, in fact, risk that I have the Planar Nexus. So here's Fleshraker. So obviously, if my opponent can go crazy here, I like this play a lot. My opponent now has 3 mana. Wasteland and 1 unknown. Okay, so the opponent decides to apply pressure. Let's see. I should probably go Saga, force the issue on the Wasteland. Is that good logic? Maybe that's bad logic. Maybe that's not what I want to do. Maybe I want to play Monolith. Okay, let's try this. We'll play Grim Monolith. So no crazy stuff with Fleshraker. Opponent only had 3 mana. I feel like if they had a Thought-Knot Seer, they would have jammed it instead of Fleshraking for a single copy. Here comes 6 mana. Yeah, that's a good one. So now I get double wasted. Okay. Like that a lot. Great play from the opponent. Okay, bridging into my Caspawn is definitely something that makes my opponent's play very good. So, do I get double wasted here? Could be the case. Depends on my opponent's last card, of course. Or double Stone Rain. My opponent exiled the land here, can do it again. Yeah, and has a follow-up Wasteland in hand. I do have a Grim Monolith. Go to 15. Here's a Petal, that's not bad. Here is a Petal. So I don't want to go Saga here, because then my opponent can respond by killing it off before it gets the mana ability. So I'm priced into playing the Beseju. Maybe Ensnaring Bridge can do some good work for me this game. I think, first of all, I should play the One Ring out. Tapped Monolith is not ideal, though. Draw. Yes, play this out. So I'm protected for the turn. I will get Wastelanded. Then I cast the One Ring. Tap the One Ring to draw additional cards. I think I'm in big trouble here. Getting wasted, like Stone Rain 3 or 4 times here is brutal. Especially because Fleshraker is it's I remember with Monastery Mentor in different formats, Delve spells, stuff like that. I always talk about a card like that and I go, this is a card that rewards you for playing Magic, right? This is just whenever the opponent makes some moves they would otherwise also do. That card shines. That's pretty sweet. So Tower doesn't do much. This is quite bad. So does it make any sense? Yes, I think I should get this going as soon as possible. So yeah, I have 0 place. Simply can't cast any cards to my hand, and I will take a lot of damage here. This is lethal. 5, 6, 7, and then 7 more, I believe. Let's see. No, take how much? Yeah, I'm dead here. Okay. So I got ran over here by a lot of wastelands. That happens. Unclear if it's worth having Needle for. I don't think so. I think this is fine. My hand was not the best. No broken combination of lands and, on the draw. There's a lot of things there. It was resilient to some wasteland, some null rod action, etc., but it didn't produce anything powerful on its own, and, sometimes that's how it goes. Yeah, the Saint is a pretty clear keep. I will go turn 1 Planar Nexus because I have 2 of them. If my opponent does not wasteland me, I play turn 2 One Ring on the play again. And if I do get wasted, I ask the same question the following turn, so. Opponent on a mull to 5. It seems like opponent has a pretty clear idea what to do and what to have against this deck in order to keep a hand, which is always cool to see. Obviously, I have no idea. As I said last game, my opponent could be mulliganing 2 0 landers, and none of the stuff I said counts for anything. Okay, here's Wasteland. Let's play the tower. Let's play the pedal. Let's see if my opponent has a second wasteland here. I feel like they need a second wasteland or they could be in trouble. I guess turn 2 Null Rod is awesome as well. Here's Ancient Tomb. Well, Null Rod is the play. So, yeah, nice Grim Monolith. So right now, Ring doesn't work. I need to find Karn or Forge or Fleshraker. So why don't I go play the Monolith? Maybe that's even bad if I'm thinking about as many Fleshraker triggers as possible. Maybe that's not what I need to do. Here's a Wasteland. I'm putting Killing the Workshop, so good land sequence from me here. I draw another Kozilek's command. Interesting. Do I want 4 mana on my opponent's turn? Is the question. I want to go with yes. Do I play this ring out? I'm trying to think about the advantages. If I draw one of my 3 of Beseiju, it's good. If I draw Karn, it's also good. As we're waiting on Magic Online to make the land drop here. I already clicked the Planar Nexus. So the ring in play offers no protection later. Does not offer Kozilek's command up end of turn. I think it's quite good to just play the ring here because it also lets me just have a bigger Kozilek's command on the following turn, so I think that's worth waiting for, and I'm not going to get Thought-Knot Seared in the meantime. Unclear what Magic Online is up to here. Let me pause the video. And it looks like we are back here, so let's slam the One Ring. And then let's dig hard for Beseiju next turn. I think that's a decent plan. Disruptor Flute. Okay. Love this. This is awesome. This could be opponent naming Beseiju because of the activated ability. At that point, I think Karn is one of my best cards because Karn gets either turns those artifacts into creatures so I can kill them with command, or finds what's it called? Portable Hole. That's the one. But my opponent name's Karn, so I guess I'm on Beseiju hunt. Opponent with the absolute dead Gaia's Cradle for the time being. I can now make... Okay, so my opponent has 4 mana now. Here's Thought-Knot Seer, so I think I'll let this resolve. Do I kill it and then do the scry thing? Is that good? Maybe I don't care about it. Opponent will take one of the commands. I guess I can't do anything about that, so that resolves. I will look for Beseiju here. I feel like that's the winning play. Yes. 2 mana. So, will I make the creatures? The creatures save a lot of time on the Thought-Knot, but if I kill it, I'd get 1 deeper. Interesting. Mana is good and all, but I can't use my Karn. 2 commands are gone. Okay, I killed that thing. Exile. Okay. There's Beseiju alongside a key. So let's get our hands on those cards. Pretty sick. Draw. Untap. So now I go Sage you the Null Rod. Opponent can find a land, which is a bit annoying, but it happens. Draw. Play Manifold Key. Load some mana. Draw 2 cards. Let's see. Can I do anything smart here? I still have a land drop to go. In theory, I could play... I feel like I could just play a land and pass the turn here. I'm not really in a hurry here. And holding up Dismember could be useful. Is there any smart... Well, maybe I go like this with the 2 mana floating. Yeah, this is good. Pass the turn. Next turn, I'm going to draw 7 extra cards between One Ring and Untap. So I really like this spot. Here's Thought-Knot Seer taking care of, I don't know, taking care of the Dismember. I feel like I should just let my opponent take the Dismember here. I'm not too worried. All these rings will kind of invalidate the 4/4. Gas! Exclamation mark. All right, we got this one against Eldrazi. It's pretty cool. You can, free roll answers for null right into your mana base because this random land can filter mana and on top of having synergy here. So anything to learn from this game is I love how I land sequenced here. I let my opponent wasteland the quote-unquote wrong land by playing out the workshop instead of my instead of my tower. I slow rolled the tower. The order in the beginning, I play the land I have 2 of. So these 2 wastelands, I kind of get the better of because I sequence correctly. And that's just something very good to take note of. That's the stuff that even enables me to make a big command to go look for those 3 Besages in the first place. So a lot of stuff is in the details when it comes to this deck. And I'm certainly no master, so I'm learning on the job here. All right, guys, quick message here. If you want to have access to my deck guides, my strategy articles, whether you want to pitch me a sweet deck to play on the channel, whether you want to look into coaching or simply just want to say thank you for the content I put out, please check out my Patreon below and become a Baron today. Now, let's get back to the games. Okay, round 2 of Mystic Forge combo in the post-ban. I was about to say apocalypse, but it's not really that serious. I play against a legendary player here. Take your time. Used to play so much Vintage, and I guess you can guess their favorite deck in Vintage. It was, in fact, Standstill, and yeah, I have good memories with that opponent. So I expect to play against Control here. I would be shocked if my opponent rolls up with, I don't know, Reanimator, Red Prison, or whatever the case may be. Let's play turn 1 Manifold Key here. Key plus Monolith, great combo, but also a bit Glass Cannon. If my opponent deals with Monolith, the Key is kind of bad, and vice versa. Okay. Wasteland here is good. I think my opponent has to respect the fact that I could have Ancient Tomb. So I like wastelanding right away. Yeah, I don't have much to do here. I hope to draw another land or I'm kind of dead in the water. This is not Vintage where you can go get something like a Soul Ring and all of a sudden your mana is on. It looks like our opponent is indeed on some Standstill deck. Defense Grid the draw, that's not quite a bauble, so I shamefully have to pass, and yeah, I'm in trouble here. Opponent. Oh, okay. Well, terrible draw. Load 1 mana. Is this a Stifle effect of sorts? Oh, I guess my opponent is just playing around Needle. Okay. I like that. Playing around Needle a little bit. Why not? Yeah, so if I had another artifact, I can go for Opal, but now I have to go for Glass Cannon, Grim Monolith. That's quite terrible. Wanted to still playing around Needle. I like that. Maybe surveilling a little bit here. Nope. No surveil. Petal. It's so bad. I'll go Petal into Grim Monolith. And, oh boy. Yeah. This is not a winnable game, but I'll play for info. Pitching Standstill. Okay. I'll not play for info. Okay. Showing off the glass cannon nature of this deck. That's what happens sometimes. The needle might not be that great. Love the grid. Unclear. I think I'm just going to submit the same. You can argue a couple of Besejus is not bad. Maybe Candelabra. We can just cut the Basalt. I feel like that's just the worst card in the deck, period. We had a couple of lands, not necessarily because I think there's going to be Null Rots or Stony Silences to shoot at, but that is a possibility. And, you know, I'm up against a Wasteland deck, so who knows? Maybe the Mana Source will come in handy. Wow, this hand is terrible. Only one land, that's the bad forest. Oh, wow. This is another one where could go to 5, but what does that do for my chances? So I will say this. The good thing is, turn 1 key, nobody's going to worry about. If I draw land, I play the Monolith, then I'm golden, or it gets countered, but it's good because I have a redundant copy. I think this hand is better than mulliganing. Getting rid of Command or Karn. Interesting, actually. Command or Karn. Okay, I'll try to have a copy of each here. Manifold Key is going to resolve 100 times out of 100. And then, let's say it's the other way around, that I have 2 keys but only 1 monolith. Then I'm not sure that hand is keepable. Wasteland is here to ruin my day. Here's a Petal Pass. So 2 games in a row, I fold to 1 Wasteland. Is that true? I think it is. It's kind of funny. Here's Ursa's Saga. But I'll have to crack a Petal in order to play this. There's no way this resolves. That's the problem. We're playing against a deck with a bunch of forces, and we're in the sideboard games where Consigned to Memory is a card. So Spell Pierce. Yeah, there's no chance. This is funny. So this is a good example of you don't win these games. It's just not possible, right? So that's sometimes magic. Okay, we have to pass once more. Basic Plains. Let's see what that is. I guess you just play that card in your deck no matter what, and then you play a little bit of red for maybe Pyroblast and Prismatic Ending. So now, I've seen this situation before. I go for a Petal. Yeah, I go for a Petal and I lose to a counter, and we're done. And that's, you know, that's totally fine. Then we can move on to the next one. Here's Grim Monolith. If it resolves, things are awesome, but it does not, and that is good games. All right, 2 games in a row with this single manifold key in the end. Brutal stuff. Let's play one more. All right, round 3 after getting destroyed by Landstill. Yeah. What about this hand? We can keep this hand. It's not explosive or anything. But I think it's gonna be. It plays reasonably well from the top of the deck. I think it's fine. Petal. I think I should not play the Petal. Let's see. What does this mean? Some kind of. Yeah. What does that mean? The Shifting Woodland. Tapping stuff from your graveyard? My first thought is Reclaimer or Knight of the Reliquary, but let's see. Here's Reclaimer. That explains a lot. Get Wastelanded, which is unfortunate. That draw is decent, so now I go... Do I just play everything here? Probably. I feel like this is okay. Then I put a lot of mana into play and play well from the top of the deck. If Fleshraker gets killed, I still have 6, 7. Yeah, I have a lot of mana in play. So this is all about drawing, you know, some payoff. Looks like some green-white depths here. Gaddock, wow, that is sick. Gaddock, doesn't that just stop my whole deck? I'm trying to think here. I think it does. Between... Let me have a look here. So stops all of these. Now I can only play these cards plus Urza Saga. Okay, I think I just lose to that card. That's sick. That is some brutal stuff. Yes, I'll attack for 2. Ooh, Gaddock is amazing. Dies to Dismember. Cannot use Karn to find an answer. Okay, I see. Gaddock used to be a staple back in the day, mainly against Storm decks, because of Tendrils being 4 mana. Where's Sylvan Library? Yeah, this player is living their best life here, and it looks like the Blast from the Past is crushing me, which is funny. Opponent does not attack. Okay, here's Jarred Arbor. Manifold Key. So now I can give my Fleshraker unblockable, I guess. 2 mana. I don't think I should be taking Ancient Tomb damage here, so maybe like this. 2 mana. Okay. I'll try this. Unsure if it's good. Get in for 2. So Kozilek's Command is actually a reasonable draw because it cantrips and kills a Reclaimer. I'm trying to attack my opponent's life total so that Sylvan cannot run away with the game. Opponent takes 4. So the thing about that is exactly that's the problem. It's getting my opponent deeper towards putting together Thespian Stage and Dark Depths. All very, very bad news. So in the face of, let's see. Okay, my opponent does not have it quite yet. So in theory, there's a chance. Let's play that Urza land. Play Monolith. King for 1. Tap for 3. Get in for unblockable. Put my opponent to 6. Is there a way to win next turn? Unclear. But I have to win next turn. Cannot play Ring. 6. What if I draw K command and make 1 creature? Make 1 creature. Draw. That's down to 4, down to 2. Yeah, I think I need to do something like K command into another player or something to win this game. Because now my opponent is ready to make a 20-20, which is very bad for me. Wow. So it's funny. Galactic did not do anything this game, but it also makes it so that I don't have any good draws, basically. Um, very, very good card. Saga's too late. Is another Fleshraker game over? I don't think so. All right. So Merit Lage got me here, and I guess Galactic in the end. Love these Besage when my opponent is land-based. Love these Dismembers when my opponent is also creature-based. So slide those into the deck. Second Needle is also good. Feel like cutting Assaults are fine. Also feel like I can cut one piece of gas. Maybe it's too tough for me to lean on having a bunch of lands. I cut a Barn over and keep a Monolith. I think that's also fine. Barn getting shut down by Gaddock Teague. I only have 2 answers for onboard Gaddock Teague. Okay. Could bring in Portable Hole. Doesn't feel that great. Yeah, I should probably stay on the side. If only you could true to that up where there's a Saga, but I guess they made sure that was not possible. Okay, nice hand. So is this turn 1 Karn rather? 3. Yeah, I think this is turn 1 Karn the Great Creator. That's pretty amazing. Maybe even turn 2 Lattice. Of course, Force of Vigor is a card after sideboard. Put it on the mulligan here. Ancient Tomb. Grim Monolith. 3 mana. 2 mana. So I guess I just get Vigored here if my opponent has it, and then we kind of move on with life. Wonder... Okay, I do get Vigored. So that's a great play. I think I Needle Wasteland here. I don't think I can allow that to happen. Needle Wasteland. Pass the turn. My opponent's on 4 cards. Obviously, they keep anything with those, like Force of Vigor, green card. Should probably get Ursa Saga going here. When it keeps the card on top, here's... Oh, wow. So even a Reclaimer? Sick. Very good. And the opponent kept the card on top. That's super scary. So now... Does that mean I don't have time for what I planned? Next. I think I do have time. Let's see. Ursa Saga passed the turn. Let's see what the opponent's cooking with. Which card do you keep on top? That's the question. Kozilek's Command. Oh, wow. So I actually might... Yeah, I can do it out. I can do it all here, which is kind of cool. So Develop Workshop, probably better. Pass the turn. Let my opponent activate the Reclaimer, and then I kill it while my opponent is... after my opponent's made that choice. So I can tap like this. Okay. Actually, for one moment, thought I could also make a dude. That's fine. So let's see. Make creatures and exile. So make creatures, kill creature, get 2 tokens. So if my opponent has the land in hand, I'm in trouble. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm not in trouble. What if my opponent can crop rotate here? And which card did they keep on top? That's the question I should be asking myself here. Opal is a solid draw. Mm-hmm. So I guess since I have the second needle in the deck, I can play like this. So let's see. Okay, my opponent is making an Ursa Saga. That's cool. So right now, what's the name of that card right there? Is this except it has this ability? Okay, okay. So now I could theoretically needle Ursa Saga, which I probably should. So needle my opponent's Ursa Saga. I have Metalcraft, so let's see here. Huh. So Mox is shut down. I can go and find Liquimetal Coating. Let's play Coating. I wonder if this dies if I make it into an artifact. Probably not. That's not how it works. Right. That's not how it works. So I just do it on the Yevamaya, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Diamond Shutdown. Floating mana. To do nothing. Good habit. Here's Flagstones. Still think I'm safe, but who knows? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I can lattice my opponent. Is there a way for me to die to... Unclear. Let's see. Let's just try and play the lattice here and see if my opponent's dead. I'm sure there's something I haven't thought about, but I think it's time. Let's see what this is. Doorkeeper Thrall. That is actually super funny. So now that card is going to kill my Karn, and my play didn't do anything. Here's Giant Arbor, even. Okay, so a lot of stuff I didn't think about. This becomes a 10-10, though. So I can kill... Can I kill Dried Arbor now? Let's see. No, I cannot kill Dried Arbor, but I can... Huh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's attack for 10, I guess. That's so funny. Does it even help to coding anything here? I don't think so. Okay, okay. Have to really get back into the thick of things here. Not really playing great here, but at least I'm having fun and weird stuff is happening. So now I expect... Yes, Karn is dead, and the Lattice was kind of a waste of time. I guess it's a big pump spell for this construct. Let's see what this is. 2 mana. Zenith? It's not Prismatic Ending. Collector Oofy. That is too funny. Yeah, the mistakes were definitely made here. I've done this before. That's the worst thing. I think I did this against Minguchi a few weeks ago. So now I have to keep hitting my opponent over the head with this construct. Oh, crap. That I did not expect. So I could have played my land. I never in a million years thought my opponent would Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Too complicated. So obviously my opponent's stuff is also artifact. So my opponent just did that, you know, for the lulz, for the free blocker. So I could have played a Flesh Raker there and had a 2/2 in play. Let's see if that comes up. Taking the turn here. Attacking for lethal. Nice Karn. Let's see what Portable Hole says. Probably says non-land. Yeah, so I cannot do it on the Arbor. I can go and find a Mystic Forge. That's not bad. So let's get the Arbor out of here. Arbor dead. Oh, maybe I should play Flesh Raker first, actually. Firing Flesh Raker. Arn. And we're on to game 3. Yeah, wow, what a mess. Too hard of a deck. We need to practice more. Collector, oof, as well. But I think it's better to have Karn as a tutor for a hole than dilute my deck further, or, you know, have a random card to draw. But it is a tough call. Okay, let's try again. All right, last game here for the marbles. Game 3 against Green-White Depths. I'm playing Mystic Forge, and yeah, I'm trying to get into, you know, some good habits and play some good Magic. It hasn't really shown just yet. I think I did fine in the mono red video, but this has been a bit of a mess. I played this deck for a single tournament where I was lucky to top 8 in a challenge, but you know, I didn't make any crazy plays. It was mainly just on the back of the deck's strength, I'll say. So let's keep this. We have turn 1's Flesh Raker, Pedal, Flesh Raker even, so oh, double monolith, right? Let's see if my opponent has a turn 1 play. Okay, this is nice. Turn 1, pitch a Wasteland. My opponent's hand must be amazing. Find Dryad Arbor. What does this mean? What is this? Deafening Silence. Okay. I like that. Here's a needle. Deafening Silence. Monolith. I'll play Flesh Raker. Deafening Silence says non-creature. So this matchup is tricky because does my opponent want Swords to Plowshares or not? That's kind of the thing. Here's Knight of the Reliquary, a good reason to keep the hand. The key doesn't do much. I feel like I should play Ursa's Saga and needle my opponent's Knight of the Reliquary. Get a free token that can block and save me time while pinging my opponent. So Knight of the Reliquary. Yeah. Can only cast 1 spell a turn. Also, unsure if my opponent has access to the second Wasteland. And if they don't, I like where things are going. Second Wasteland. Here's a 4/4. 5/5, sorry. So 5/5 coming in. I feel like I should just block it because my opponent could have the protection land in the deck. Okay, another knight. So those are just 5/5s, but they are good because of exactly this. The fact that I cannot unload my hand here. So play that. Play the 1 mana spell, I guess. Yeah, let's play the 1 mana spell. So now I'll start taking damage. I need a second Fleshraker to stop that bleeding. Third Wasteland. Pretty nasty. Pretty nasty, so now I take 6. A card like the One Ring would be nice. But that would only be for the purpose of digging into cards like Kozilek's Command. Okay. No Wasteland was fired off, and here it comes. So I save a little life there. That's nice. Maybe I can't use that for anything. Dismember is a little bit late, but could be, you know, could be fine. Could be enough to block a knight and kill it. And that will stabilize me. Okay. So play that. Get the 1/1. So now because I have the Dismember, I want to stay back. If I didn't have the Dismember, I would attack here. Interesting scenario. So Fetch Land would be a good draw. Wasteland would be good draw. Corrupt Rotation is a good draw. Besager is a good draw. Block. Block. So crack. Dismember. Hopefully shrink it to a 1/1 and eat it with my Fleshraker here. I'll go to 1. I didn't count this at all. So if my opponent wastelanded, oh, I blocked it. I'm saying noises here. So versus Saga. Is that good? Is that good? It looks like it's good. So play that, get a token. Ping your opponent. Play Ursa Saga. Attack for 2. Is that good? Let's see. If I attack for 2, chump the knight. Is that what this game is about? Do I want to trade 2 damage for 1 damage at this point? Probably not. I expect to win the game in big swings if I win this game, thanks to the Saga tokens. Opponent playing nicely here with the Dark Depths. Prop kills me. My turn to play tight here. Doesn't really matter though, but I look like somebody with a big K command here, which I don't have, so. Blackstone was a brick. Now I get to make tokens, which is pretty awesome. The One Ring is probably insane. So if I attack for 2 here, I play One Ring. I get protection. 1, 2, yeah, this is probably quite good. Attack for 2. Untap. The One Ring. 1 floating. I get the protection, which is quite nice. And then I start the Saga Train. Pass. I'll think about whether I should draw or not. Could be Could be a real decision. Let's see. Also depends on what the opponent's doing. I have Second Needle in the deck. I don't know if that helps me at all. Second Needle in the deck. I can name Thespian Stage. No attack, obviously, from the opponent. Maybe I just sack. Do I sack a spawn here? Oh, wow. Plow on that one. Okay. So, Raker is gone, and I can only play one spell each turn. Unclear if my opponent should have done it there. Maybe it's good. So, let's see. Make a token. So no matter how I slice it, I feel like I'll be... Let's see. Sacrifice, sacrifice. Make a token. I think I'm doing great this game. Not drawing with the One Ring here. Also unclear if that is great or not. Let's see. Okay, so let's make another token. Let's tutor. I can go for unblockable. Is that good? That should win the game next turn. Only bad against a plow, but it's okay against plow because plow equals life. So I think if I go manifold key here, play land, untap, attack for 8. Okay, well, let's see if my opponent can beat me here. Could have gone for Second Needle, but that didn't do anything against Married Lake. Well, the other way around. Married Lake does not do anything against this play. Okay. Opponent takes 8. If my opponent manages something like Force of Vigor, I'm still not dead. Force of Vigor would be amazing, obviously. Killing both of my attackers. Okay, I was lucky to get there. This was a very hard video. I should have practiced with this deck before recording, but I also think it's actually quite good to show off like the difficulty of some decks, etc. And yeah, I think I certainly did that today. I hope you guys enjoy the legacy. The legacy content keeps flowing here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the many suboptimal lines that I took or did not take. It's part of a learning process. Let me put it that way. I'm just getting warmed up, you know, after a little bit of a hiatus, being a commentator, playing other formats, and yeah, I'll get there. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you back soon on the channel for more legacy action. See you next time.